Why men are quietly opting out of the 2026 dating market. Something massive is happening right now. And if you look at the surface, you'll completely miss it. Men aren't angry anymore. They aren't throwing tantrums online. They aren't protesting, and they aren't begging for attention. They are just going quiet. Look around you. The 2026 dating market isn't failing because people are fighting. It is failing because men are quietly opting out entirely. They are deleting the apps, walking away from the bars, and redirecting their energy. This isn't a temporary strike. It is a permanent lifestyle redesign. Most people think men are lonely, but the reality is much more dangerous for the modern dating economy. Men have finally realized that the price of admission to modern romance vastly outweighs the return on investment. Let's talk about why the game changed forever. Let's look at the basic math of modern dating. Historically, a man sacrificed his freedom, his resources, and his labor because he got peace, loyalty, and a family in return. It was a fair trade. Today, the baseline expectation for a man is higher than it has ever been. You need the career, the status, the physique, and the emotional intelligence of a licensed therapist just to get a foot in the door. But what's the return? A market dominated by hyper-inflated expectations, an endless comparison culture, and a complete lack of basic respect. Men looked at the balance sheet and realized they were being asked to pay premium prices for a highly unstable asset. When you realize that staying single means keeping your peace, keeping your money, and building your own kingdom without walking on eggshells, opting out becomes the only logical decision. The biggest cultural shift driving men away is the absolute death of accountability. We live in a world where a woman can do everything wrong, ruin a relationship through pure selfishness, and her entire social circle will still tell her she's a queen who did nothing wrong. Men are tired of the double standards. If a man makes a mistake, he's toxic. If a woman checks out, she's healing. You cannot build a foundation with someone who is psychologically incapable of saying the words, "I was wrong and I'm sorry." When accountability vanishes, trust becomes impossible. Men aren't opting out because they fear commitment. They're opting out because they refuse to commit to someone who views herself as entirely blameless in every single scenario. The digital landscape has completely ruined human connection. Dating apps didn't connect people. They turned human beings into disposable commodities. Because of social media, the average woman has a digital waiting room full of hundreds of men giving her free validation every single day. This creates an illusion of endless options. A man can provide safety, stability, and genuine care, but the moment a minor inconvenience happens, she's tempted to look at the next guy in her inbox. Men have realized that you cannot build a life with someone who constantly has one eye on the door. It's exhausting to compete with a ghost army of internet strangers. Instead of playing a rigged game where loyalty expires the moment a shiny new profile appears, men are simply taking their ball and going home. For decades, society told men that their ultimate win condition was finding a woman, getting married, and providing for a family. That was the definition of success. But the script has flipped. In 2026, the ultimate win condition for a man is autonomy. It's peace of mind. It's waking up in a house where nobody is yelling at you, nobody is judging you, and your bank account belongs entirely to you. Men are finding massive fulfillment in their businesses, their friendships, their hobbies, and their personal growth. They've discovered that the loneliness epidemic society keeps talking about is actually just solitude. And solitude feels incredible when you use it to build yourself into an absolute powerhouse. The modern man doesn't need a partner to feel complete anymore. The old narrative was that men love the chase. We were told that the harder a woman is to get, the more a man will value her. That might have worked 20 years ago, but today men view playing hard to get as an immediate red flag. If a man has to jump through hoops, endure mind games, and prove his worth to someone who brings nothing to the table but an attitude, he's going to walk away instantly. High-value men do not chase, they select. The moment dating feels like a corporate interview where you are being cross-examined, the switch flips. Men are opting out because they refuse to beg for an audience with someone who treats basic decency like a favor. If you're a man watching this, understand this clearly. Your energy is the most valuable currency you own. Stop spending it on a market that doesn't respect your value. The only way to win a rigged game is to refuse to play it. Get back into your own corner. Build your wealth, tighten your circle, hit the gym, and master your mind. If the right person comes along and actually respects your frame, great. If not, your life is already exceptional without them. Never compromise your respect for a temporary seat at someone else's table. The market didn't leave men behind. Men simply looked at the terms of the contract and tore it up. If you're ready to stop chasing an illusion and start building real power, drop the word clarity in the comments right now. Subscribe to get your frame back. I will see you in the next one.